nigga, look at your eyes, looking at my thighs. Now swing my body right to left, left to right. You know this vicious side. Girl, just look at my body, and just hold me like a man should. Baby, you got to see tonight, baby, it's all about me. So baby, yeah.
Right. Hello, y'all. Good morning. It is High Priestess Jamila. Just a warning up front. My internet, this is Comcast, it kind of cuts in and out. So if the internet cuts out, just kind of fast forward till you see me pop back up or something. How y'all doing this morning? Boy, yesterday was wild, man. You know, it was crazy. While I slept, bombs was being dropped and our president was talking about nuclear arms. Oh my God. Ain't nobody worried about that. We got to talk about something for real. I got to talk about this. I've been wanting to talk about this since yesterday, but I just did not have time. I kind of feel like the Muslims kind of got it all the way almost right. But I think that what Muslims did was they kind of oppressed the woman a little too much. And right now, what I want to talk about is men showing respect and decency and chivalry for one another, is what I want to talk about. And this is something that I have been noticing in Atlanta, especially. Like, it hits differently down here because y'all know I'm originally from Kansas City, Missouri. And this is one of the reasons why I want to go home. It's a constant game. I don't know what it is about these stray men, stray males in Georgia. It's weird. They like little hoes, man. It's weird. So here's what I wanted to talk about. I've been wanting to talk about this since yesterday, but I went to sleep. I said, let me take me a nap. because we had the full moon. Then we had Friday the 13th. Oh my God, the numbers and lining up with the full moon is just it's been a trip. So we're not talking about people that are involved in the sex industry. Let me just get that out in the open because I've heard certain things about people in the sex industry, and I'm only saying that for the algorithm because otherwise I would say it the other way. But I don't want the algorithm and I don't want my channel to be stigmatized by stuff like that. But like, you know how like in that particular world, the woman is not supposed to even look at another man or talk to him. She's supposed to look down. Well, we're not going to go that far, but outside of that, in normal society, if you see a man with a woman, let's say a man sees a woman with her man. And I've had this happen to me several times in my life. I've been on this earth a long time. Okay. If it's a man and he sees a woman with a man, you're not being impolite by not speaking to that woman. If you see a man and a woman together, you are not supposed to go out of your way to say hello and to speak to that woman. It's just common decency. It has nothing to do with what people think it does. And I got used to that being from my hometown. Same thing, vice versa, when it comes to a woman seeing a man with a woman and they're obviously a couple. And if that woman just walks up, hey, hi, how y'all doing? Waving and stuff. I really didn't need for you to speak to me because guess what's gonna happen? Guess what's gonna happen? The man is gonna ask the woman, do you know that person? No. Why they waving at you? It don't have nothing. Listen, it don't have nothing to do with a man being insecure. It's just common decency. If you see a man and a woman together, especially in certain situations, you should not, as a man, go out of your way to be trying to speak to that woman or talk to her. If anything, if you want to speak to the man, like let's say that you and your man, y'all leaving a restaurant or something, or whatever y'all doing. Okay, a man should not go out of his way to be waving and speaking to the woman. If anything, if him and that other man make eye contact or something, or the man just so happens to be looking in his direction, then he can nod or wave or say hello to the man. But if you a man, you are not, if you see a couple together and you're a man, please do not go out of your way to be hello. No, no, like I thought that that was just common decency. And it ain't nothing wrong with that man or that woman for saying, who is that? Why are they speaking to you? You should not be doing that, especially over here in Atlanta. Because I'm going to tell you something. I understand that couples should trust each other. But what I've noticed is that men these days and women are going out of their way to create distrust between people that they see together. What is up with that? What, first of all, who raised you? Why do you think it's okay Like, and you know what, when you look at somebody like that, they look kind of slow. So you know that you know, so it's kind of like you kind of, oh, okay, this person's kind of stupid. This is something that should be innate in a man's nature. I should not be speaking to this woman and I can see her clearly, she's with somebody. So why would I need to be introducing myself or waving at her? It's not like you're being rude to people that you don't know. If you don't know a person, there's no need for you to speak to them. What do you think, you just go around society and in the world and you just speak to everybody? You can be potentially creating, like I feel like it's men and women when they get together, what they're doing is a ritual with each other. And this is for women too to understand this. If you see a man and a woman together, no matter what it is that they're doing, why are you disrupting? Why do people think that they have the right to just be disruptive to other people? And why is it so bad? I'm going to tell you something. This is something that I think that people need this advice because they don't really understand how to get along in this world. When you see somebody together, you don't go meddling. Hello, no, goodbye. Why is it that men are having a hard time respecting other men? Why is that? What's going on here? You can tell by that woman's body language, maybe even the words that she says, that she's not interested in you, that she's not gonna slip you her phone number. So what's the point? What is up with all these thirsty men in this world? I think it's mainly men doing it. When you out and about and you see a couple together, you don't just go, "Hi, how you doing? We was fine until you rolled up with it, or you lost. You doing okay? But you need some help? Is it anything that we can help you with?" I don't understand it. And you see it all the time. All the time. It doesn't matter what the situation is. It does not matter. That's none of your business. If you see a man and a woman together and they're holding hands, you need to shut up and leave those people alone. Why do you think that you look like some kind of alpha male? I guess that is, sometimes they trying to act like they are alpha male. I'ma be an alpha male and be disruptive. Since when is being a flaky, just flailing around? To me that's disrespectful. And I think that men that come from a background to where hey, you're not supposed to do that. Because I've had that happen to me before. I've been out somewhere with my dude, and dealing with me, for some reason men are already super duper. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but my men have to. It's weird because I'm always doing something and I need to prove that I'm at home and that I'm not doing anything. I don't understand that. That's so weird. But I've been out and about with my dude, and then this other man goes out of his way to speak to me, and I'm sitting up there, and every single time, and it's always a black man. What is up with black men? It's like they're not taught at home, like any kind of home training. They're not taught, hey, you don't do that. So this is something that I've noticed ever since I started, ever since I became an adult as a woman. I'll be out somewhere with my dude, and some other dude want to speak to me. I don't even know this dude. Guess what? The first thing my man will ask me, do you know him? No, I don't. No, I don't. He just spoke to me. Y'all do that on purpose. I don't understand it. I really don't. It's so annoying. This is the reason why people want to social distance. They want to stay home. They don't even want to go nowhere. Because here y'all are, no sense. Somebody didn't train you at home. Somebody didn't tell you how to act when you get out into this world. You're not supposed to be doing that. And I think men do stuff like that on purpose. Women will do it too, but men do stuff like that on purpose because they want to mess with with the man that she's with. Why do y'all do that? See, and I'm a curse everybody. You gonna get some hexes and some curses. You doing that? Okay. I'm saying, hey, I'm serious as hell. And people just don't know. Like, you know what? I have never been somewhere and saw a man and a woman together and went out of my way to be speaking and talking to this other woman's man. If I see a couple together, I'm talking to her. Like if she's just being friendly, women will be friendly like that. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like, "Hey, how you doing?" and da da da, and they man be standing there. That's normal. But if I, as a woman, just walk up and I'm going out of my way to talk to her man, a woman is gonna look at you like you crazy. And what does that mean? Oh, he possessive. No, she's not possessive. That's normal. That's normal for first of all, don't nobody even know you. Stop breathing in the same direction as me. Keep your breath to yourself. What is wrong with people? Do y'all not have any good sense? That's just like people that walk up to pregnant women knowing that they got the seventh circle of hell of curses on them touching on a pregnant woman's stomach. You ain't even that where I'm from, you ain't even all that coming up and shaking hands and all that. We don't do that. And it's been stories about people that literally there's this man that was walking around New Orleans and they were saying that this man could literally shake your hand and steal your destiny from you. So and this is not something that just happened in the past decade. This is something that's been going on for generations and lifetime. I mean, I'm talking about since the dawn of time. Why are people so friendly? I don't like friendliness in people. That don't mean you got to walk up to me and shoot me and beat me up. But I don't want to be friendly friends with you. What the hell are you doing? Why are you talking to me? Especially people, I'm gonna tell you something. People will have malice in mind. People that do like people will have malice in mind when they're doing stuff like that, especially in certain situations. It's crazy. And it starts with men. Do y'all know that y'all shouldn't even be once a woman has told a man no, the conversation is over. What are you talking to that person for? You express interest in that woman. She said no, goodbye. I don't what are we talking about it for? What is the extra conversation for? Clearly, if I said so that's why for me, I think it's funny. I'm not even gonna lie to you to play with thirsty people because that's like the ultimate fucking thirst. Ooh, shoot, excuse my language. That's like the ultimate thirst. What kind of thirsty bandit are you? That is funny to me. It's funny to me. I just laugh at you. I just laugh at you. You know what I'm saying? And it just is stupid because you know that you're not supposed to even be addressing that woman. You ain't even supposed to be thinking about that woman. Why are you thinking about another man's woman? That's his woman. So a lot of men, they want women to be loyal type of women, but for their own convenience, they want all women to be loose. You can't have it both ways. So one day they want the woman, 1 second, not 1 day, but 1 second, oh, all women should be respectful. But then when they see a woman that they may be interested in, all of a sudden they want every woman to be a Jezebel. It don't work that way. Why don't you go and find somebody that you want, is the question. Stop being desperate and just finding anybody for purposes of what? Validation, sex, maybe. Maybe you should wait it out. Oh shoot, I'm single. I need to hurry up and go grab another woman. But then you go and you get anybody and you're not satisfied with that woman, and now you still back at square one. Why don't you actually find somebody? Take the time. First of all, find yourself. Find yourself and your true identity. Then go out there. Well, heal yourself too. Then go out there and find a woman that either rocks your world or captivates you. Then that means that you're satisfied totally. Like this is a like I want to keep this woman forever. I want this woman in my life forever. I don't want to ever lose this woman. You don't want why do people that want something, they want something great. They want something that they want to hold on to. And they do that by going and finding people that are just temporary in their life. I don't get it. You want to keep her, but you're but you go through life with this serial situation to where you're just constantly getting with these people that you're not truly satisfied with. Makes no sense to me. Makes no sense to me at all. Oh, I'm just here to be a troublemaker. Really? Okay, you're gonna have bad luck in life. It seemed like to me there's some people there's two types of people in this world. Troublemakers and then peacemakers. Troublemakers, vagabonds, and people that just they nilly willy, and then it's people that are stable and sound. I've just noticed that about people. That's so sad to me. And half of them don't know, like, y'all, I can't tell you how many times, and it would get on my nerve. I would go to the store and it'd be something. Here's another thing, especially when it comes to the Black community. One thing that I taught my sons and my daughters is to not stare at people. Why do we have an abundance of people in this world that don't understand how staring at people is rude? Have y'all noticed that? Have you ever been anywhere and noticed that somebody was just staring at you and it's like, why is this person staring at me? That person ain't gave you no kind of social clues that they want to talk to you. In fact, their demeanor was standoffish because they probably more than likely already had something going on, something that they're going home to. But you're just sitting there staring at that person, and and you don't even know this person, and you just staring them down. And people wonder why bad things happen. Why people say, "Hey, what are you looking at? Why are you staring at me?" You realize how rude it is to stare at people? Some people will take it as the evil eye. You're not supposed to just go somewhere and just stare at people. And that don't mean that you got to be looking down. Just mind your business. What are you staring at people for? People just don't know how to live. You ain't supposed to just be staring at people. I went through that a lot. Just I go places and people just stare at me. And since I've been doing certain work on myself, especially the evil eye work, because people will throw the evil eye at you. You can't change that. You can only change yourself. You can only change your reaction to what people do. Hey, Stefan, good morning. You can only change your reaction to what troublemakers do. Like I said, it's two types of people in this world, and it's also two types of people: people that have their own and people that don't. I don't understand it. I really don't. And if you feel like you don't have your own, then why not go and get it without trying to steal it from somebody else? It just don't make no sense to me. It really doesn't. I'm serious. But back to my original conversation. Did men kill chivalry? Because what happened to it? Y'all supposed to be the leaders. Ain't y'all supposed to be the leaders? Not really. Every man ain't meant to lead this world because they'll lead us into darkness. I realize that. I realize that the corruption of man in general is now leading to innocent people being blown up with bombs and threats of nuclear war. It's sad. It's sad. Why can't they just stop? You know what they do? They get caught up in their egos, and all sensibility goes out the door, to the point where innocent people end up in danger because they that well with that nuclear war. Not nuclear war, but with what's going on right now, I can tell you straight up and down that none of this land belongs to any of them. It all belongs to Mother Earth and God. So you don't own nothing. You need to. And so I shared it to my wall because I got really irritated this morning. These people dropping all these bombs and stuff. I've always hated that. Ever since I was born, I've always hated that. You really don't own nothing. This land belongs to Mother Earth, and now you gonna be you trying to pollute her air and her waters, all that gunfire and stuff. It just is sad, man. It really is. And literally, it's people that want that they're so hungry and thirsty for power that they're willing to hurt innocent children. When did mankind lose their way so bad? Because I heard that Trump was saying that he got some nuclear arms he gonna lend to somebody. Why are they? And I'm gonna tell y'all something. If it were not for Mother Earth, the goddess, and the God being sensible, loving us, caring about us, they'd have blew this earth up a long time ago, man. That's it. Just because of they self-destructive attitude. Oh well, if I can't have it, nobody can. So let me just blow it up. If I can't own the whole earth, and even if you did, you wouldn't know what to do with it. You would tear it up. You would destroy it. It's sad. That's why Mother Earth and nature is gonna knock all these people off. I'm telling y'all. I was deeply saddened by that. I said, really? I was like, they must have, they must have got hit with some stupid sticks or something. Because what are you doing? As soon as they start talking about nuclear arms, that is when Mother Earth has to step in and go, whoa, 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 wait a minute. Hold up, hold up. I've got a bomb. It's sad. So you gonna blow it all up, huh? Just oh my God, I can't. And that's why we having so many issues because I believe that it ain't necessarily the answer to necessarily allow a woman to run the world or a country. It's not about that. Whether or not it's a male or a woman, it's got to be somebody that's sensible. It's got to be somebody that's not selfish that ends up being corrupted by power. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't let political leaders control my destiny. People have been doing that lately, and yeah, they do want to. They do want to. You know what I'm saying? And here they are. They supposed to be for the people, and they lose sight. It just is sad. But anyway, going back to what I was talking about, because that's something that we're gonna let God deal with that, and God is gonna protect us all. Seriously. Well, I'll say the gods. Y'all know I'm polytheist. And and the most high gonna protect us because goodness gracious. Just terrorizing people all the time just because they can. Just because you can do something don't mean that you should. Ugh. Stop going, quit trying to do that. I think it's sad. I have literally sat here and noticed that a lot of men, these flaky men, will cause a lot of misery to women by messing with a man. I'm gonna tell y'all women something. Y'all think that other women are your worst enemy, and you know what? That can be true. But it's these men that ain't settled, and they not settled within their spirit and they mind, and they want to mess with you. And so, and you know what? They are out there practicing witchcraft too. Let me cause some problems. You gotta block that stuff from your life. They like little children, looking at everybody in this world like they some kind of wind up doll or a race car or something. Ooh, I just want to go and manipulate something. No focus, no respect, always looking at somebody, staring somebody down. That's just sad. Get a life, is what I say. Get a life. And they will lie. Hey, Eva. They will lie just because they miserable. Hey, your woman was looking at me, flirting with me. No, she wasn't. She's literally said hi to you. You can't say hi these days. You can't even say hello. They looking to start trouble, Eva. They want to start trouble. Is what they want to do. They not satisfied with what they got. And if they see somebody that's satisfied with what they got, they want to cause trouble. And that's just a fact of life, for us here lately. Have y'all ever saw that movie with Winona Ryder called Bram Stoker's Dracula? Even though Dracula still went after Winona Ryder, even beyond her will, because she wasn't married yet. But y'all remember when she was in town at the beginning of the movie? She was walking around town, and Dracula took notice of her. He noticed her, and so he walks up to her and starts talking to her. And she tells him, she's like, "Should I tell my husband that you're talking to me?" And he's like, "Husband, I will bother you no more." Remember that part of that movie? That was back. Men with men, a man that is that way is sexy. That's some sexiness right there. Even though that don't mean that the woman gonna want the man. Just she ain't gonna cheat on her man or whatever. She ain't gonna do that. But we talking about Dracula, so he basically put it. Dracula was like, "Oh, I'm coming to get my woman." That's a good movie. Oh my God, that was a good movie. Yeah, because Winona Ryder looked just like his wife from another lifetime that he had lost during some war. It's a very good movie. But just to feel comfortable as a woman to where you can go into town and shop, and if a man, and they got big problems with this over in New York. Y'all ever hear about street harassment? And it's real bad in New York. I hear that street harassment. What do they call it? Catcalling. I hear that it's like it's literally an epidemic in New York, to where a woman can be walking down the street, because if you're walking down the street, that means that you're available for sex and a man. No, maybe you may be walking to work. You might be trying to get some exercise. But anyway, those men, and you hear about stories like this all the time, to where the man will try to talk to the woman, and she'll either ignore him or say, "Hey, I don't want to give you my number." And some of these men will unalive the woman. You can't even be outside these days. And it really, like, you hear about that happening all the time. It just happened like last week. I just heard about a story. I just heard about one of them stories. So you can't even be outside, and a man can't even see you. And if he try to talk to you and you like, "No, I'm not interested." And so they're unaliving women because of that. Just you know what I'm saying? They unaliving women because of that, y'all. Like, what is going on? To the point where a complete stranger, you're trying to force that person to talk to you. And that's why I was saying we need more men to be protective, because when a woman says, "Hey, I don't want to talk to you," and that's why I was telling men, other men are your worst enemy. Because what men will do, if they become obsessed with somebody that you're with, they trying to come up with all kind of tricks. And it's like, why don't you just leave this woman? Why don't you leave those people alone? What the hell is wrong with you? Yeah, that was a good movie though. It really was. And he was looking all debonair and stuff. Dracula in the beginning, he was looking all debonair with his suit, looking like an aristocrat. Yes. He's looking good at the beginning of that movie. You know what I'm saying? I have my little fantasies about some of these actors out here. But yeah, she was like, "Oh, should I tell my husband?" He was like, "Husband, I shall bother you no more." But then, you talking about Dracula, Dracula come for your woman and it's over. Okay. You ain't got no and, I'd say like 90% of these men out here don't have the powers that Count Dracula has. Okay. They wish, and you know what I'm saying, seriously, because he was like, he was like, I'm coming to get you, babe. Like, no. And who was that? Keanu Reeves. Yeah, that's just a trip. But in real life, when a woman is, if she's with her man and she love him, she ain't thinking about no other man. But it seemed like a lot of them, they just like, I don't know what, and I have been noticing that, like, since I've been old enough to be somewhere with my dude, and these other men are like, "Hey, how you doing?" It's like, and your man is sitting there like, "Does this person even see me?" It's like they don't even see the man. He don't even see the man. He just see you, but he does actually see the man. I think they do it on purpose. I do. I think they do it on purpose. Okay. And I think that it has a lot to do with people that settle. If I'm with somebody, it's because that person really satisfies me physically, mentally, and in every other way. I'm not gonna be with somebody and I'm looking for somebody else necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Like I would, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't never been that way. Unless we break up or something. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm with this person that, I'm having a good time. What the hell are you doing? Yeah, Anthony Hopkins, yo. So, yeah, man. I just thought I would point that out. Stop doing that. A lot of them, I'm going to tell you something. As a woman, I want protection from that. I want protection from other men. It's really crazy. Other people in this world that overstep their boundaries. Most people, like it's a lot of people, I don't want to say most people, but it's a lot of people in this world that don't have boundaries. And they do things that it just here's the thing about it is that they you know you it's just thirsty, in my opinion. That's how you describe it, is thirsty. Some of them will be looking around on in social media, and they'll see a picture of a woman and her man, and they still trying to pursue the woman in her inbox. They still up in her DM. Talking about, where your man? My man is literally, you can see my man in the photographs on my page. Talking about, where your man at, baby? Did you not see my page where there's photographs of me and videos of me and my husband or my man? Oh, baby, I ain't worrying about him. What? You can't even have social media. You can't have no social media these days, guys. It's a trip, y'all. I'm telling you, man. It's a trip. And I believe it's mainly men that's doing it. It's males that doing it. Are these weird couples? Like I don't understand that because I don't swing that way. I think it's a lot of swingers out there. That energy is not good. That energy is very, very unstable. I've never liked that. For me personally, I would rather be alone than deal with an unstable man. Somebody that's always all over the damn place. Women and men do better by themselves. You earn more money, you get more, even when you by yourself, even when you're a party of one. I wouldn't want to be with no man that's always all over the place. And they call that being a player. No, no, that's not what that is. Why don't you go read a book or something? It shows a person's level of intelligence and their social skills. And you know what? I bet y'all gonna notice that now. I'm sure that every woman has dealt with that. You with your dude and some straggler comes along and he just for some reason go out of his way to say hello to you. You don't know him, ain't never talked to him in your life. And a lot of I know a lot of my men they gonna be like, do you know him? I don't know why. I guess it's just me. And it's like I knew you was gonna ask that. No, I don't. So I got to the point where I'll mention it. You see how that dude saw me with you and he's still waving and speaking and stuff and my dude be like, yeah, what you been doing? I ain't been doing nothing. I've never seen that person before in my life. Girl, I'm talking about real Eva. I'm talking about real life situation. Especially if I wear like a, cause y'all know when I like pretty dresses and stuff. I'm not necessarily a jeans or shorts person. Like I like wearing pretty dresses and stuff that may get somebody's attention. You'd be shocked and amazed. These women that be walking around here with these short skirts on and stuff and shorts. As a woman, I like to wear like dresses, like long dresses and stuff. You'd be surprised at how not dressing like a skank, men just notice you. So, and they take note of stuff like that and just like that, they want to talk to you, they want to speak to you. But you can't do that just because you see something that you may see is pretty because I've had I like to wear pretty dresses. I do. You know what I'm saying? And I've never been in a situation though. Have y'all ever seen the movies and stuff to where a man and a woman will be out somewhere and they'll be at like a ball or something. I've never been to a ball like that. I haven't. I didn't go with school and everything because I dropped out and got my GED. But y'all notice how, when you go to social engagements and stuff, and how, the woman will be sitting there with her date or her husband or her man, and another man will come in and say, hey, can I have a dance with you? And the other man will be like, and she'll be like, sure, or it'll be okay. I would, as a woman, I would never do that. Mm-mm. You know what? I'd be like, no, thank you. I don't want to hear this man's mouth fussing at me about who I done had a dance with. Regardless if he say, yeah, it's fine, babe, go dance with him. Like, I've never understood that part socially. Like, nah. No, not only am I not going to dance with you, but you're going to, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm a Cancer. Typically, I'm able. Like I said, down here in Georgia, boy, it's some hound dogs down here. You know, usually I can put up my block of my shield. Don't even talk to me. I'm here to eat dinner, have some drinks with my man. And it done got so bad to the point where I'm like, just don't take me anywhere. I don't, you know, mm-mm. Because I don't have time for it. Cause stuff like that gets on my nerve, and I can't stand being questioned by a man. I don't like any level of distrust or energy like that. I don't like that kind of energy. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't like that kind of energy. That edginess and stuff. What I look like dancing with another man, laughing at his jokes, and he putting his arm around around me and stuff, and wooing me, and my man sitting there looking. And I don't know about nobody else's man, a man that's with me, he gonna have a problem with that. He gonna be like, okay. I just, so is it on Netflix? See, I ain't had Netflix in a while. Ever since they raised up their prices, I ain't had in a while. I think I might get it. That's a good movie though. Like I don't know, y'all. But anyway, stop doing that. I don't need when I'm out in the public. I don't need nor do I appreciate strange men speaking to me. Maybe a waiter if I place an order at a restaurant. I don't even like strange men to open the door for me. Thank you. I can open up the door myself. I don't know what that is. And, even when I'm by myself and I go to the store, and men will go out of their way to open the door for you, but it's kind of weird to me because for me, I don't know why. You Okay, yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that. My internet be going in and out. That's my cue though. But I'm telling you, boy, these people are busybodies. And they always say the devil always busy. That's not the devil. That's just the nature of people, I think. And I think it's crazy. And I think it's a lot of people out there that really don't know the proper etiquette when they are dealing with the public. That's just like, females that you may have come into your life. And they all of a sudden want to tell you what you need to do. Hey, girl, bye. I got my situation. What about yours? I don't need you to direct me in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless unwelcome advice. And these days, people will try to create imbalance. They trouble these troubled souls out here that want to cause trouble to other people. It's terrible. Like I said, I call them busybodies. They just want to cause some kind of trouble or disruption, and they are everywhere. I'm telling you. It does not make your man. Now, if your man beats you up or does something crazy to you, or a woman flip out or whatever, that's different. But it's not nothing insecure about if you out somewhere and somebody, hey, hi, how you, hi, and your man asks you, do you know that nigga? You know that man? No, I don't at all. I don't know that person from Adam. That doesn't make your man insecure because he asked you a question. But and if you notice, men make other men sometimes insecure. And if you're with a person that constantly makes you feel insecure about yourself, then maybe some things need to be worked on, or maybe you don't need to be with that person. Because I don't know about y'all. And see, that's why I would never do a threesome. I don't do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, I'd rather have a stable situation with this one person. I ain't thinking about nobody else. I don't understand this situation to where people want to mix up and swap. And no, no, you're nasty, go away. That's disgusting. Once I get used to a person, that's what I want. What are you doing? Why are you here? You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. Anyway, y'all catch my drift. I just think that people need to really, really learn healthy boundaries. That's all I'm saying. Healthy boundaries. Subtlety. That's just like when a man, I ain't never heard of this, but do males get together and be like talking about women? I hope y'all not doing that. Yeah, man, did she do this for you or that for you? I've learned the older and mature that I got to not discuss that. When you young, maybe in your teens or early 20s, maybe even when you barely in your 30s. But when you start to get older and you realize what's going on, it's like, I don't want to sit here and talk to you about my man's balls. Like, why? Get off of his nuts. Like, chick, you weird. I don't want to talk about that. Why would I speak about that with you? You know what I'm saying? There's much more healthier things. And I think people should really think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think every woman and every man eventually learns. That's just like you should not, if you a woman, and I hope a lot of women understand this, you should not be sitting up there discussing with, especially females that you can halfway trust, how good your man is to you, or in the bed or nothing. That shouldn't even be discussed with your friends. Cause some of them over there, that they want to take your place. You like, there are some women, they, they, like, if it's a woman like me, like, I don't sit up there and look at another woman and just want the man that she got. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, I want her life. Like I'm gonna go and create my own. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm dealing with a man, it's because he came for me. He came after me. He want me. But to just sit up there, that's why y'all know I have never, ever, ever, ever snuck around with none of my friends' men. Not ever. It just, I was, I don't, and I'm not trying to make people feel bad that have made that mistake. I'm not trying to judge nobody. I'm just saying that I don't. There's only one person in here. I'm tired of fighting with this internet, so I'm gonna go. Y'all have a good one. I'm sorry about all the disruptions and interruptions, and I'll see y'all later. This thing just does not want to let me live stream because of this Comcast internet. I'm surprised that Comcast has not been sued yet. How they are allowed to even have like a monopoly in anybody's neighborhood in anybody's county is beyond me because I have never like I the last time I had Comcast like in my own place was like 10 years ago and I've always had AT&T for real. They have such an unstable connection, so I'm gonna go, y'all. Okay. Y'all have a good Saturday. I gotta go anyway because I gotta get some laundry done. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Y'all stay safe out there. I swear. Mm-mm-mm. Y'all stay stable out there too. Bye, y'all.